Obvious question, Congressman. Can you guarantee 218 votes for the tax plan? Even though you don't know what's in it, 218 votes in the House.
You know, I can't guarantee it, but I will tell you that I think we're going to get it. They whipped it. They set this vote, and there's a lot of people interested in getting tax reform, and this is the gateway to do it. So I think it's going to pass, Stuart.
Can you tell us about the Senate? I know that you're in the House and you compete a little bit with the Senate. What does it look like over there? Can they get 50 votes for tax cuts?
You know, I never know what's going to happen in the Senate. You know, we passed health care, we passed Dodd-Frank legislation, we rolled back regulatory bureaucracy, we funded the wall in the House. They're sitting on about 300 of our bills over there. So it's hard to say what they're going to do, but I'm optimistic. I think that they realize over there that they better get their act together and get this thing passed.
Do you approve of the president's strategy of direct attack? You don't vote for this, I'm attacking you. That's what he's doing. You approve of that strategy?
Well, all I can tell you is that the president is frustrated. He's got an agenda. And, you know, think about this, Stuart. If it wasn't for President Trump being where he is today, we'd be dealing with Hillary Clinton. Forget tax reform. Forget all the agenda that we've worked so hard for. So he's frustrated. And quite frankly, I don't think they're going to get much done in the Senate until they eventually get rid of this filibuster rule, which is basically given a veto to Chuck Schumer. And that's why they have 300 of our bills sitting over there. But I'm optimistic. I think they're going to pass this and get it done. And I think that the president's going to sign it before the end of this year and get some tax reform. And we also know that yesterday, Ms. Pelosi told her caucus that if they keep us from passing tax reform, that they're going to be back in the majority. So I think it's pretty telling that we have to get it passed.
Just step back for a second. We've seen President Trump is a very different kind of president, using very different language and very different technology, the tweet. So do you think we'll ever get used to him?
I'm used to it. I can tell you that. That's the way. Listen, I'm not a professional politician. This is my second term. I practiced dentistry. I was a small businessman for almost 40 years. You know, it's time to get things done. And I ran for my grandchildren and the future generations. It's too much big business, high taxes. We need tax simplification, less government, secure borders, strong military, and these are the things that we need to get done. And that's why I think that the Senate has to start thinking about abolishing this filibuster rule. The biggest thing they've done is give us Neil Gorsuch, and the only way they got that done was to get rid of the filibuster rule. So that's the big hurdle we have to cross.
Now, that's a fair point, sir. Congressman Babin, Republican, Texas. Thanks very much for joining us, sir. Always appreciate it.
Thank you, Stuart.